Good evening, my Dhamma brothers and Dhamma sisters. Let us continue the lecture of Abhidhamma. Now we have studies about Chaita, chapter 1. But we have many informations about chapter 1. But basic knowledge, you have all basic knowledge of Chaitas. The explanation, more explanation about these Chaitas are can be found in commentary and supplementary. That is for next lectures will be. Now Abhidhamma is very long journey. Therefore, now we are running a marathon. Must be quick, otherwise we cannot complete even chapter 2 or chapter 3. So first we must run roughly. After that, we must have other studies. So, and later I will explain how to attain Mekka and Phala. And in chapter 4, in chapter 4 it will be explained. So now let us start with chapter 2. Last year also I explained chapter 2 in details. So this year we should not delay on chapter 2. It's okay. So last year there is a record. You can listen to about chapter 2. Chapter 2 is very, very important to understand because in chapter 2 especially explained Cetasika, mental state. Mental states, these mental states, most mental states occur in our daily life. Therefore we should know which is evil mental state, which are evil mental state, which are good mental state. We must try to keep away, we must try to keep evil mental state away. We must cultivate good mental state. Without knowing, we cannot do. So therefore, we must know these. Those that have to occur, depending on Chaita, are called Cetasika. So Cetasika means those who depend on Chaita. Cetasika. Chaita means consciousness. Ika means occur depending on consciousness. That is the meaning. Cetasika. Chaita, synonymous term. Chaita, Mana, Vijnana, these are synonymous terms. Synonym. So therefore, Chaita is consciousness. Cetasika, mental state which arise depending on Chaita. So therefore we must study about these. All type of Cetasika are able to arise only by depending on Chaita. Without a Chaita, no Cetasika can arise. No Cetasika. Therefore in Dhammavada, you may remember the first verse, Mano Bhuvangama Dhamma Mano Siddha, contact with the object. That is a true phasa, function of phasa. Like a car, you see car has different things. Battery for what? Engines for what? Petrols for what? They have different functions. Process. Here also, we also have different things. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, arm or hand or leg. Hand to bring something, eye to see, ear to hear or to listen, nose to get a smell. So different functions. Like that, in mental state, in mind, we think mind is the only one. But mind is not the only one. There is a unity, or a unity of mental state. Therefore, phassa is a contact. Through phassa, citta contact to the object. Otherwise I cannot contact. Vedana, feeling or experience in the object. Without a vedana, cannot experience the object. Sanya, perception. Sanya means memorizing the object. Now people use the paper and a ball pen for future remembrance. That is a sanya, the help of sanya. Otherwise we will forget easily. So sanya. Sanya means making mark. Through the mark we have to know. If there is no sanya, totally forgot. So there is some people have strong sanya. They remember. You see, sanya and sati. Memory also sati. Sati and sanya is similar to. Sati have two functions. Mindfulness is present object. Memory is past object. But sati is memorized through help of sanya. Without the sanya, sati cannot memorize. Sanya's mental recording system. Record. When sanya, citta arises through sanya, the object is recorded. So that is sanya, but just a translation. Most translators use perception. Cetana, volition. Most translators use volition. Here's motivation. Actually, cetana is not wish. That is just encouraged the other phenomenon to do their function, to perform their function. Stimulation, motivation is more close to the meaning. I prefer motivation and stimulation to volition, according to their definition. So, cetana, ekagata, one-pointedness, jividendriya, faculty of mental state, manasikara, attention. These are the actions of the mental state which associate with it, every consciousness. Every consciousness through these, they work with the object. So, one citta, these 7 universal cettasika, formed as a unit. That is one unit. This unit is inseparable. If it's separated, there is nothing, no energy. No energy. There is only one unit. We think mind is only one. Only this mind knows, sees, hears, can smell, taste, touch, think. But not all, not one. At least must be 7, 8. 1 Chaita and 7 universal Chaitasika formed as a one. There will be more and more. Through Phassa, the Chaita has a contact with the object. Through Vedana, this is experience of the object. Through Sanya, Chaita memorize. Through Chaitana, Chaita's walk. Through Ekagata, Chaita's only one point in it. Jivitanariya faculty of mental life is, this is a protection system. Protect. Manasikara's attention. Without attention, Chaita cannot know the object. Therefore, at least must be these. Chaita associated with the must be 7. Accordingly, they perform. Then the particular anyasmana that associated with the sum of the Chaitas is further subdivided into 6. They are Vitaka, initial application, Vichara, sustained application. I already explained about the Vitaka and Vichara as a jhana factors. They are not only associated with the good, they associate the bad also. Therefore, Vitaka associated with the akusala, Vitaka associated with the kusala. When they associate akusala, they become evil. When they associate kusala, they are good, become samma sankappa, and jhana factors, they perform this way. You see, commonly if we talk about the Vitaka, we thinking something, we have a thought. Our thought may be good and bad. Sometimes you see, thought for sensual pleasure, or thought with the hatred, thought for enjoyment, thought for with the cruelty. So many different things. Thought for dana, thought for morality, thought for meditation practice, or good things also thought, bad things also thought. So Vitaka is both sides. Therefore, Vitaka, if associated with Lobha, Dosa, Moha, it is become evil. If associated with the Alobha, Dosa, Moha, it is good. So we must understand in this way. Vichara also the same, a Adhimokha, decision. But this decision, this translation is unsatisfactory. Actually, Adhimokha means most translators use decision. What is a decision? Not decided, not something I must do this one, I decide I must not like that. So Adhimokha decision means it is fixed with the object. Chaita is fixed in the object. That is Adhimokha. Fix the object. Entering the object. Not the decision of good and bad. Adhimokha. Entering the object. Mind enter the object. Mind fix the object. That is Adhimokha. Viriya, effort. That is very clear. Effort. Effort to do something. Effort to kill. Effort to steal or evil. Effort to practice meditation, good and bad. effort also. Piti. Piti is joy. Joy means thinking about the object. One is joyful. That is a piti. Where there is a piti, there is a sukha, happiness. Yeah. They have joy. Chanda, wish to do. Wish to do. Wish to do means just wish to do, not because, not to look like a lover. Not all wish to do's are with the craving. We must understand in this. Chanda associated with the lover. Chanda associated with the dosa. Wish to beat others with the dosa. Wish to use abusive language with the dosa. Wish to enjoy the sense of pleasure with the lover. Wish to offer the dana, wish to practice meditation just as santa with the alova and adosa. So accordingly we must understand this one. So chanda and lava is different in nature, but it's similar. Lava also want desire. Chanda also want desire. Desire for enjoyment. Desire for enjoyment with attachment, that is lava. Wish to do something to offer others, wish to do welfare of well-being or other people, wish to do social works, wish to teach others, wish to give a guideline to others, wish to explain the Dhamma. There's a lot of chandas you see without a craving. So different. So these 7 universal, 6 particular, they are neither evil nor good. If they associate with the evil, they become evil. If they associate with the good, they become good. Naturally, normally, they cannot say good and bad, good and evil. So these natures arises in our mind, in our consciousness. Then akusala cetasikas 40. These are pure akusala. Akusala cetasika, immoral mental state, is subdivided into 40. Moha, ignorance or delusion. Ignorance for what? Ignorance what should be done, what should not be done. Ignorance what is the truth. This ignorance also according to object in different things, different ways. The most important moha is ignorance of Four Noble Truth. Ignorance of Four Noble Truth. We cannot know everything. But if we wish to attain Nirvana, we must know Four Noble Truth. Without knowing Four Noble Truth, we cannot attain. So accordingly, we must know. Ignorance means the most important is ignorance is what should be done, what should not be done. What should not be done means evil things. What should be done means good. If we cannot choose what should be done, what should not be done, we will do what should not be done. We will avoid what should be done. Cannot have benefit. So basically we must know what should be done, what should not. If we don't know, that is moha. But we cannot know everything. We cannot know everything. Some are not important. For example, we don't know. Some people don't know English. Some people don't know Chinese. Some people, that is not so important. For Nirvana, to attain Nirvana. So to attain Nirvana, we must know really the nature of Dhamma. We must know what is the truth. Otherwise, we cannot attain Nirvana. Even Arahants, many things that they don't know. Only the Buddha, if he wish to know, he can know. He is able to know. But the Buddha does not know forever. Wish to know. If he wish to know, can know. That is the meaning. In those days, the contemporary, the teachers, great teachers, like Purana Kassapa, Pakali Kosala, they declare they have omniscience, omniscience. Their knowledge is forever. Just sleeping, knowledge is remain. Going, coming, eating, anytime, anywhere, the knowledge is remain. Is it possible or not possible? Just sleeping, how to know? Why is sleeping? They declared sleeping also our knowledge is light, like light appeared. So the Buddha criticized about, they declared omniscient, forever their knowledge is remain. If it's so, when they ask what is your name, where did you come from? The Buddha said, I don't know if I do not want to know. You see, the Buddha asked monks, where did you come from? Because just ask him. If the Buddha wished to know things, there's no hindrance, no disturbance. Can know everything. That is the power of Sappanyutta. No disturbance between them. All object, the Buddha can be known if he wish to know. But sleeping times, no knowledge is appeared. You see, there is not practical ways. We have an eye. Our eyes, if we use the eye to see something, to look at something, at the time I walk. Not always I walk, you see. Sometimes we just like to see anything. So we may close our eye, cannot see at that time. So the Buddha's knowledge also in this way. If he wish to use his knowledge, he can see everything. He can know everything. That is the meaning. But the other declared their knowledge is always present. Always present. They see, they know everything forever. Sabbanyutta jnana. The Buddha's Sabbanyutta jnana is not like that. When we wish to know things, the Buddha can know, is able to know everything. That is in the Buddha's Sabbanyutta. So moha, some Buddhist schools assume only Buddha completely eradicated moha. Completely eradicated moha. Arahants still remain moha, they assume. But that is not correct. Only the knowledge is not, the knowledge is not higher or sharpen enough. Knowledge is not working enough. Knowledge is not perfect. But not because of ignorance, not because of moha. You see, moha also have fear. What is it? Is fear. Four Noble Truth. Arahants realize Four Noble Truth. Therefore can eradicate all mental state, all mental defilements. Therefore, no moha within them. No moha within them. But Arahants cannot know like a Buddha because their knowledge is not perfect. Not because of moha. Knowledge is not good enough like a Buddha. So that is the meaning. That is the meaning, not because of moha. Some schools believe Arahants have still remain moha within Arahant. If there is a moha, will be other akusalas also will rise. So it is not reasonable. So moha, ignorance of Four Noble Truth, ignorance of Paticca. Paticca is a causality, cause and effect. That is important to know. Ahirika, shamelessness. That is mental shamelessness. To do any evil action, one has shamelessness. That is ahirika. Another one is fearlessness to do evil. Uddhacca means mental restlessness. These forces associated with all evil states. Then lower attachment or craving or greed, deity, wrong view, mana, conceit, dosa, hatred or fear, esa, envy, jealousy, macharia, stinginess, kukucha, remorse or worry, tina, sloth, Veda, Topa, Vicikiccha, doubt. These 40 mental states are evil mental states, akusala. They associate only akusala. They do not associate any other kusala, vipaka, kariya. They cannot associate. So these are just akusala. Note for associations. Then Sobhana Cetasika 25. That mental state that is with the virtue is Sobhana. Sobhana means a beautiful mental state because they have a virtue. Sobhana mental states are 25. They should be classified into 4 groups for association. Sobhana Sadharana, common to all types of Sobhana Citta. Virati, abstinence. Apamanya, illimitable, limitless or boundless. Immeasurable. Panya, wisdom. Such a separation is for association, to explain easier explanation, for the purpose of easier explanation of association. Then Sobhana Sadharana 19. These are good qualities, you see. There are 19 Sobhana mental states that are common to all types of Sobhana Cettas. Sobhana Cettas means, you see, Maha Kama Sobhana Cettas 24, Rupavachara Cettas 50, Arupavachara Cettas 12, Lokuttara Cettas 8. They are called Sobhana. So these are good qualities you can find within you. Number one, saddha. Saddha means faith. In the first lecture in May, I explained in detail this, already explained. So, let me go, let me run marathon. Otherwise, many repetition will be. Only one Chaitasika will explain one lecture, two lecture. So, saddha, everybody knows about the saddha. Saddha is faith. Sometimes the translators use confidence. Not only confidence is saddha. I prefer faith. Faith with the knowledge, yeah. Even faith, any kind of faith in religion, this can be called saddha. But according to Athasalini commentary on Dhammasangani, he said, faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, only the faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha is a saddha. Faith in other religions is not a saddha, he said. In my opinion, faith, any kind of faith can be called saddha, but without knowledge is blind faith. Because in other place, faith must be controlled, saddha must be controlled with the knowledge, by knowledge. Without the controllance of knowledge, saddha becomes blind faith. Saddha must control with the knowledge. If it's so, any kind of faith must be saddha. Any kind of faith. But Venerable Buddha want to say, saddha, the word saddha is used only the faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, in karma and the effect of karma. Not the other faith, want to say. But in other place, faith must be controlled with knowledge. Otherwise, it's a faith, it's become blind faith. So therefore, any kind of faith is saddha. If there is no knowledge, it will be blind faith. With the knowledge, it's a faith with the knowledge is important, good one. Without knowledge, it cannot be good one. So we must understand this way. Saddha. Then another way, saddha is not only faith, it's a saddha. Saddha means enthusiasm, resolution, also saddha. If you are interested in good action or meritorious action, or interested in meritorious action, for example, you are interested to offer dana, you are interested in observing sila, you are interested in practice meditation. Such an interest is called saddha. When saddha arises, such an idea appears, I must offer dana, I must observe sila, I must practice meditation, I must go to monastery to listen to Dhamma. Such ideas appear because of saddha. That is also saddha. When saddha appeared, when saddha arises within our mind is interested in good actions. This is Saddha can purify the lower dosa moha, can wash away desire for sense and pleasure. Saddha can wash away hatred. Saddha can wash away worry and restlessness, sloth and torpor is a doubt. Any kind of hindrances, Saddha can wash away. So Saddha is compared to the ruby of Chakravarti, king of monarch. The rubies belong to monarch. This ruby, precious stone, on those days there no purified water, no system, no machine to purify water, drinking waters. Therefore, when the king Chakravarti wished to drink pure water, what to do? They use the ruby stone. They put ruby stone into the cup of water. Through the power of ruby stone, the water becomes pure. You should test this one. Test this and say like that. So Saddha is in this way, can purify. When Saddha arises, it can purify our mind. So that is also the functions of Saddha. Then Sati, mindfulness. Mindfulness is dealing with the present object. Dealing with the present object. But memory also Sati. People, when they meet each other, they say, "Oh, I remember you. I remember." That is also Sati, you see. He remembers his school days. He remembers his school days. That is also Sati. Very long time ago, they meet each other. They remember about that. People talk about the age of children. They are young. When they are young, what do they happen? They talk about. That is a Sati. That is also Sati. In commentary, there is a record. Abhayatira. I think this Abhayatira in Sri Lanka monk. He remember what has happened in his life. He remembers since 5 years of age. Do you remember from which years of age you remember in your life? He says, one monk is not 5 years, 5 months of age. He remembers. So there is a good memories. I remember 5 years of age when the aeroplanes, you see, at that time, Japanese invade Myanmar and then dropped upon the whole country. I saw some aeroplane fighters crossing over our village. I remember this one. At that time, I'm 3 years of age as me. When we are young, we found the bone. This bone is very small, hiding under a tree. There's rubbish, and we don't know about it that we find out this, we are very happy. Oh, what is it? The things, very beautiful things. We try to want to open. We try to open. Luckily, the elders find out, don't open, that is a bone. Should be killed. They threw into the river. And those, that also I remember. So, many people also died because of such a things in Myanmar after Second World War. Many people died. So therefore, sati, mindfulness is present object, mindful. That is concerning with the meditation object. Meditation, mindful, the object. Present time is mindful. Remember the past object. It is a memory. So we should translate mindfulness and memory, also sati, remembrance. Then hiri, moral shade, opposite of ahirika. Ottappas, moral dread, opposite of anottappa. Hiri, ottappa. Hiri is pay respect one's virtue. Ottappa, pay respect circumstances. Hiri, ottappa, you see in this way. Hiri, shame means referring to his own quality. I am educated, I should not do in this way. So, pay respect himself. I am a good man, I should not do this one. I am educated, I should not do like that. That is a hiri. Ottappa means referring to parents, referring to circumstances. If I do such a evil things, what my father will feel, like that. That is ottappa. Alova, no attachment. Adosa, no hatred. That is the opposite of lova and dosa. We must study these qualities. These qualities can be found within us. We must find out these things in our mind. But mostly within us are akusala, 40. You see, mostly. We must try to remove these moha, ahirika, anottappa, lobha, dosa. Mostly these things. So therefore we must try these things. Okay, next lecture will be completed on explanations. Now let me pray. Sobana Cetasika, beautiful mental state. Tattara Machatatta. In Pali, long words, Tattara Machatatta. Equanimity. Metta, Karuna, Murita, Upekha. And Upekha is only this one, Tattara Machatatta. This Tattara Machatatta is called Upekha in Four Noble about. But in the text, 10 types of upekhas are mentioned. Some upekhas are feeling, like indifferent feeling or neutral feeling, they are called upekha. For example, upekha sahagata Chakku Vinyana, that is a neutral feeling. That is a feeling, only Vedana. Metta, Karuna, Murita, Upekha is not feeling. That is a Tantra Machatata. Sankharupekha Jnana. Sankharupekha. That is a knowledge. So in Visuddhimagga it is mentioned under the name of Upekha. Altogether, 10 types of Upekhas are mentioned. Accordingly, we must know, according to context, this Tantra Machatata performed as a follower about Upekha. Keeping balance in mind. Then Kaya Pasati, Chaita Pasati. Tranquility of mental factors, mental state, tranquility of mind. Here, Kaya, according to this translation, here Kaya means not referring to body, referring to mental state. Kaya means, another meaning is in group. Chaitasika is mental group. Therefore, here referring to Kaya. In the lecture I delivered in last May, I give another ways also. Kaya means just body. Pasati means tranquility. Tranquility, some of tranquility is based on body. Some tranquility is based on mind. That is just my opinion, I explained. But according to text, Kaya Pasati, Kaya means mental state. Pasati is a tranquility. Chaita Pasati, Chaita is a consciousness, tranquility. Chaita Pasati is a tranquility. Tranquility of consciousness. In another way, it is possible, according to my opinion, some tranquilities body origin might affect. Practically, tranquility body origin might affect. That is a Kaya Pasati. Tranquility mind origin body affect. That is a Chaita Pasati. It's a practical way we should consider in this one. Tranquility is possible, started with the body, started with the mind. So we must understand in this way. Just a translation, Kaya Lahuda, Chaita Lahuda. Lahuda means lightness. Lightness of mental state, lightness of mind, or lightness body origin, mind effect. Lightness, mind origin, body effect. In this way. Lightness means, you see, sometimes our mind is, some people say, in my mind something happened. Mind is heavy, sometimes we feel in this way. Mind is not so active. Feel lazy or feel something unhappy, or you see sometimes worry. At the time, mentally lightness is not appear. So such a state, opposite of such a state, here mentioned Kaya Lahuda, Chitta Lahuda. Then Kaya Mududa, Chitta Mududa, pliancy of mental factors, pliancy of mind. There is also body origin, mind effect, Payasi, body origin by effect, kaya mudita, softness. Chitta mudita, by origin, body effect. Payasi, body, by origin, body effect. In kaya kamanyata, chitta kamanyata, adaptability of mental factor, adaptability of mind. Sometimes mentally we cannot walk. Unwalkable abilities. So that is also give me say body origin by effect, my origin body effect. Kaya pagonyata, chitta pagonyata, proficiency of mental factors, proficiency of mind, healthiness of mind, healthiness of body, healthiness of mental factors, healthiness of mind. Kayu chukata, chitu chukata, rectitude of mental factor, rectitude of mind. So these mental states are opposite of kilesa, opposite of kilesa, resonant. If there is a kilesa, some of kilesas influence, such a state is, we lost such a state. When within us there is no kilesa, mental defilements arises, these mental states appear within us. So these 90s are inseparable. They associate with the one Chaitas together. Then Virati Chaitasika. Virati is a type of mental state. Virati is you see, abstain from evil speech, action and livelihood. They are mentioned accordingly a Four Noble Path. Sama vacha, right speech, sama kamanta, right action, sama achiva, right livelihood. So the same things. Then apamanya. Apamanya is a type of mental state that it has limitless object. Their object is limitless, therefore they are also limitless. Apamanya. Pamanya. Pamanya means limit. Up means negative, limitless. Their objects are being. The beings are limitless, therefore apamanyas are limitless. These apamanyas are divided into two, karuna and mudita. Karuna and mudita. Karuna, compassion. Mudita, sympathetic joy. Appreciative joy is better. Appreciative. Yes, sympathetic joy, appreciative joy. Mudita is appreciate. Others' success, it is appreciate. If it not appreciate, jealousy beyond. Therefore, appreciative joy is better, not sympathetic joy. But most translators use sympathetic joy. Because, you see, these are karuna and mudita. Karuna's object is a being who suffered. Therefore, must develop compassion towards him. Mudita, it is Mudita's object is a being who succeeds, who is happy. A being who is happy. He recognizes others' happiness, recognizes others' success. Therefore, it is we appreciate. If we cannot appreciate, jealousy appears. Jealousy appears. That is the opposite of jealousy, desa. So therefore, appreciative joy and mudita. As a noble abode, there are four: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Here Abhidhamma is mentioned only two. Why? Because Metta is not other than only adosa. Adosa is mentioned in the Savana Sadharana in 19. Therefore, here not mentioned again Metta. Okay, Metta is only adosa. Through adosa, Metta is already mentioned. Therefore, here only Karuna and Mudita. Upekha is mentioned as a Tattara Vajatata, equanimity. So therefore, these two, as a avoidance or repetition, only here mentioned two. In chapter 9, will be explained for Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma will be mentioned as a four. Here Abhidhamma is only two. You must understand this one. Then Panya. Panya is a mental state that realizes an object. Realizing an object. Panya is opposite of ignorance, moha. It is a term in Pali, Panyadariya, faculty of wisdom. In Hindu, it is mentioned as a amoha. Amoha and Panyadariya is the same things. Amoha and Panyadariya, the same things. You see, lower dosa moha, lower dosa amoha is mentioned. Then a fourth part, this panya is mentioned as a samadhi. Samadhi is not other things, only this panya. So altogether, the mental states are 52. So we have studies about the Jeta, we have studies about Cetasika separately now. You remember 89 Jetas or 121 Jetas explained. Then 52 Cetasikas explained, and now these two will be associated accordingly. This association system is explained here. If you see, again, there is a Jeta. You see the second saga is a universal Cetasikas. They are inseparable. Inseparable. Jeta and seven universal. Then particular six. All together in these three circles, how many phenomena are here? One Jeta, seven universe, and six particulars, altogether 40. These 40s, we cannot say good and evil. They united as a mind. At least there must be two circles. Center the Jeta, these Cetasikas arises. Then more, this six arises. So after that, when lower dosa moha, evil 40 is associated together with the 30 and 40, altogether 27. That is associated with the akusala. Then this side is 25, Sopana. This is also associated with this 30 together, this side. This side is akusala, that side is kusala. They cannot associate each other, these two. This saga is both sides. When akusala arises, this kusala cannot arise. When these 50, 25 arises, these 40 cannot arise. They cannot join each other, cannot associate each other. Only associations are only these. These circles associated with both sides. Therefore, they are common to others. If they associate with the evil, they become evil. If they associate good, they become good. This is the whole picture of association. But separately, we must know accordingly here. That is a unity of mind. Unity of mind. Body is composed of many part of organs. Like that, mind also unity of mental state. To explain, the test uses two ways. To explain association, the test is used two ways. That will be explained. Cetasika arises depending on only Ceta. Ceta associated with the Cetasika. Ceta and some of Cetasika work together on the same object. When Ceta and Cetasika association, the way of Sambayoga, the way of Sangaha. Sambayoga means how many Cetas are associated with the Cetasika. From Cetasika to Ceta, that is a Sambayoga. From Ceta to Cetasika, because of associations with each other. Associations with each other. So therefore, according to two ways will be explained. The way of Sambayoga. In the way of Sambayoga, it is described how Cetasika associated with how many Cetas. So, according to the number, according to the order of Cetasika will be explained. First we must start with the Phassa. Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Cetana, Ekagata, Jivitaya, Manasikara. These seven are universal. Therefore, Phassa associated with 89 Cetas. Okay? Phassa associated with the 89 Cetas or 121 Cetas, because all Cetas associated with the Phassa. Then Vedana associated with 89 or 121 Cetas. Sanya, the same. Cetana, the same. Ekagata, Jivitaya, Manasikara, associated with 89 Ceta and 121 Cetas. So, each Cetas, there is no Ceta which is dissociated from Phassa or associated. Therefore, number one, 7 universal mental state arises depending on all types of Ceta. They must go to particular Vitaka, Vichara, Vimokha, Viriya, Piti, Chanda. So Vitaka arises depending on 55 types of Cetas. Only 55. Not all Cetas associated with it, Vitaka. So you can see first the next page, church. Okay. Page number 42. Phassa Vedanas 89. Dissociate Cetas, no. Okay. Vitaka, how many Cetas associated with the Vitaka? 55. Dissociated Cetas, 66. If you add these two numbers, what would? 121. Why not 89? Why not 89? Because Vitaka is a jhana factor. According to jhana Cetas, Therefore, association systems are mentioned according to jhana factors. Okay? Then vichara associate 66, dissociate 55. So if you add these two numbers, you can get 121. Vichara also jhana factors. Then Abhidhamma 78. Associated Chaita 78, dissociated Chaita 11. If you add these two numbers, 89. Must be correct, these two numbers. If it's not correct, something wrong. 89. Because Abhidhamma is not factor of jhana, then Viriya 73. Associated Chaitas, 16 dissociated Chaitas. If you add these two numbers, you can get 89. Then PT, associated 51, dissociated 17. If you add these two numbers, 121. Because of PT's jhana factors. Chanda, associated Chaita 69, dissociated Chaita 20. If you add these two numbers, 89. So you should count these numbers looking at the preceding page. This is just for homework, okay? I did not explain this. When we take arises, Vitaka arises together with 55 Chaitas. But not at the same moment. You don't think at the same moment. Different moment, different object. There is explanations, possibility explanations. Okay? Possible explanation. Generally said. Then another one regarding to akusala. Akusala 40. Moha, Ahirika, Anutapa, Udaja, these four. Associate the 12 akusala. Dissociate the 77. The others. Okay. Lova associate 8. Lova mula 8. Dissociate 81. Deity mana associated 4. That is a deity is a deity gata sampayota. Mana is a deity gata vipayota. These two never associate in one chaita. They different chaita they associate. Because they have a different object. Mana's object, deity's object. Mana's object is view, deity's object own quality, own qualification. If these two chaitas are different view, different object cannot associate. You should remember, must be the same object. Okay? Association must be the same base, the same object, arising the same moment, ceasing the same moment, must be in this way. If a different object cannot associate. So therefore, deities 4, Loba Mula, Detigata Sampayota. Mana 4, Loba Mula, Detigata Vipayota. Numbers are the same. Then 85 dissociate. What about the dosa, esa, machariya, kokocha? They associated 2, dosa mula 2. Dissociate 87. Tina Meda 5. Only sasankarika without with the promptitude. With the promptitude 5 altogether. Loba, mula and the dosa mula. 84 dissociate. Vichikecha is only one. That is a Vichikecha Sahagata Moha Mula. Then dissociate 88. That is just a memorize, not practical way. This, okay? This is just to test you are. You should memorize this one. To memorize for what? For what?
For examination.
So Abhidhamma is, you see, only numbers used. Some people are afraid, very lazy, to listen Abhidhamma. Therefore, I did the approach in this way. So, practical way, there is a systematically we must know first. After that, the practical way, these dhammas are united as a one. We must separate. If they united, there is energy. They perform their action. If it's separated, there is nothing. So we must understand in this way. So association system, according to test, we must know in this way. Then, in the lecture in May lecture, I didn't explain this. Or explain, I don't remember. You remember? Because this is just a memorize, you see. Just to know the memorize, not practical way. But you must know these. Must know these. Okay, let us run. This is it. Then you must find out the number enumerations. Okay, easily can be found. Then regarding to Savana 52. Savana 19, associated 59, dissociated 30. So you can find 59 and 30, the preceding passages. Virati 3, associated 60, dissociated 73. This is, I will give it just for homework. Okay? Tomorrow I will ask question. Because you asked me a lot of questions. I also will ask this one. If we learn Abhidhamma, we should memorize these. Okay? So, I will ask you, how many jhatas associated with virati? You must give an answer. How many jhatas dissociate from virati? You must know this one. Okay? That is a homework. Apamanya 2, associated 28, dissociated 61. And 2003, I went to Germany. I delivered a lecture on Abhidhamma. The first time I visited to Germany. 3 weeks Abhidhamma lectures there. In the end, I gave a certificate to the candidates, diploma in Abhidhamma. But I tell them, I want to ask you 2 questions. You must answer correctly, otherwise I cannot give the certificate. So one lady came from Netherlands. She memorized all, because if I ask a question, she afraid she cannot be answered. She cannot answer. Therefore, the whole day she memorized some points. She prepared for this question to give answer. On that day, I asked a question, 2 questions. They also allow, you can ask me only 2 questions, each one. Not more than 2 questions. I will give. I also will ask you 2 questions. But be careful. You must answer correctly my question. Otherwise, I cannot hand it over the certificate. So they are afraid of questions. On that day, I asked them, "Are you interested in Abhidhammas?" They say yes. That is one question. They pass the examination. They pass the examination. Are you interested in Abhidhamma? Yes, we are interested. Oh, that is the correct answer. But tomorrow I will ask you a question. How many Chaitas are associated with the PT? She must give an answer, otherwise I cannot give certificate. Abhidhamma. It's okay? With the Apamanya, Panya associated with the 47, dissociated in 42. So that is a Sambayoga method. Sambayoga method from Cetasika to Chaita. From Cetasika to Chaita. Then the way of Sankaha, that is from Chaita to Cetasika. That is interesting. Okay? Regarding to the order is unchanged in fundamental, but the originator's order is not started with the Akusala. According to the order of Chaita classification, I changed the order. Akusala started. So, regarding to the 12 Akusala Chaitas, the 8 types of Loba Mula Chaita associated with 22 Cetasika, namely the 30 Anyasamana mental state, the 4 types of Akusala mental state that are common to all moral mental state, and the Loba, Deity, Mana, Tina, Meda, all together they are 22. So whenever Loba Mula Chaitas arises, generally these 22 Cetasikas arises. Not only one. For example, when you visit to supermarket, you are searching for something to buy. You found, so you like it, that things. At that time, Loba Mula, this is also Loba Mula Chaitas. Attachment to the property. Loba Mula Chaitas arises. But we know only this is a Loba Mula Chaita, only one. But not only one, 22. Actually, generally this 22 Cetasikas participate. There must be Phassa, there must be Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Jivitadariya, Manasikara, Vitakas. All mental states are participate, you see. So all the 22 mental states are roughly, they are participate. So that is only one mind. There is only one unit. One unit, the unity of these mental states working together. We must understand this way. Why we need to analyze in this way? To make sure there is no permanent entity. There is no agent. Only phenomena working together. To make sure, we need to analyze. So, okay? This is analytical knowledge of mind and matter. Can remove the wrong view. Can remove the wrong view. Wrong view is so strong. Therefore, that is the only way. By analyzing mind and matter, we can remove our wrong view. As long as we have a wrong view, we cannot find Nibbana. Because wrong view lead to other ways apart from Nibbana. So therefore, to eradicate, to remove the wrong view, we have to know, analyze. So regarding to akusala, that is not so difficult. You can read this church that Loba Pula 8 in the end of 44. Then accordingly will be explained. First Loba Mula, second Loba Mula, and third Loba Mula. Okay? Fourth Loba Mula, fifth Loba Mula, sixth Loba Mula, seventh Loba Mula, eighth Loba Mula. Associated Cetasika number is different. If first Loba Mula Cetas arises within you, 90 Cetasika will associate. Only 19. We must understand. You can find this Nanda easily. Okay? Preceding passages is mentioned. What is the first Loba Mula Ceta? Do you remember what first Loba Mula Ceta? Somanasa Zagata, Detikata Sambayoda, Asankharika. So with the pleasant feeling, with the wrong view, without a promptitude. So this is first Loba Mula Ceta. So you must check your mind. When you find something, you like it at the time, which Loba Mula Cetas arises within you? You must check yourself. I cannot check your mind, you must check your mind. Accordingly, you must check your mind. So, okay, that is called Chaitanupassana. Chaitanupassana in Mahasatipatthana Sutta, the Buddha said Chaitanupassana. Saragama Chaitan Dipachanati. You realize the Chaita with the craving, you must realize as a Chaita with the craving. That is meditation systems. Okay? So therefore we must know about that. Loba Mula, first Loba Mula. What about the second Loba Mula? When second Loba Mula Chaita arises, this will be more. Which is more? 21. How many more? 2 more. Why? Huh? Sloth and torpor. Yes, correct. Sloth and torpor. Mental tiredness is participate because of need to encourage. That is, you see, hesitation. Because of the hesitation. Craving for something but hesitate. Is it possible or not possible? You want but hesitate. You experience or not? You wanted something but hesitate. Is it possible? Maybe you think you wanted something you like, but you count the money not enough, hesitate. To buy it, hesitate. There's a hesitation. So expensive, hesitate. So hesitation is in many ways, you see. Not so strong at the time. Then the third Loba Mula Ceta is 19. Why is it become 19? That is a Detikata Vipayuta. Okay? Within Sotabana, Detikata Vipayuta Cetas arises. Mostly within Sotabana. Sotabana has no wrong view. But Loba still remain. Lobas still remain, therefore Loba Mula Chaitas arises. Then accordingly you should remember these Chaitas, Chaita and Chaitasika. Then Dosa Mula, I will ask you these numbers tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, how to count these numbers as a homework you must do. So, Mohamula, Ahituka, here is mentioned everything. Just memorize these. Okay? No need to explain these. Just memorize. I have already explained it. That is just memorize how many. Okay? So this is chapter 2. If you can give an answer, I will continue chapter 3. Okay? And next lecture, so we will do. But you must do homework, okay? Now let me stop with this today's lectures.